Hello everyone and welcome back to Indiethon Spring 2023. We are raising money for the Samaritans. Well, you know, it's all great and good, but we have some games to play. I have here SloshW playing Cassette Beast, so take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm Slosh, and this is going to be Cassette Beast's Meredith's Quest, All I Ever Needed. Cassette Beasts is an open-world indie monster collecting RPG with some really fun twists both to the gameplay and sort of the game structure. I'll touch on that some more once I get into the run. And I'll also explain the category a bit more once we get in there. So I am going to press New Game and give a quick countdown, and then we are going to be off. So 3, 2, 1, go. I probably should have actually done the character customization before doing the countdown. Oh well. I need to make sure that I have my cat ears. Where are they? There we go. Alright, so Cassette Beasts there's an interesting little thing with the speed run, because it does not come down to just the RPG side of things. I'm already getting stuck in the overworld movement. That is the overworld movement. So we're going to real quick get into this sort of tutorial encounter with a monster called Traffic Crab, and get a cassette player and a tape for the monster Banshee. So in this game, you don't capture monsters. Instead, you record them on cassette tapes and play them back to transform into them. So Banshee is really good in this category because the category is on the shorter end of Cassette Beast's categories, and Banshee gets fairly quickly a powerful move that has self-heal.
I'm Kaylee.
So, as the voice line just played, this character here is Kaylee. She is the first of 6 companion characters. We are going to be crossing paths with 3 of the companions, but the only one that we really need for this run is Meredith. We're going to be playing with Kaylee for the first 7 or 8 minutes.
I'm afraid.
As you can only play with Kaylee in the tutorial. So we're going to real quick throw a skirt on, because you have to adjust your character's outfit a little bit before you can leave your apartment. And now we are off to investigate a what is it, like an earthquake or something that's up on a path up ahead.
Hey. Well.
And camera just panned over there. That is the sort of starting point of the game's main story. We're not really gonna see too much of that though. Now we're going to learn how to battle. So the way this game works is monsters have move pools that they can use, but moves are stickers that you put on the cassette tapes. So you can peel a sticker off of a tape and it'll go into your inventory, and then you can put it onto a different monster if you want. That doesn't really get utilized in this category, but it is a huge part of any percent. Gonna activate this elevator, unlock Kaylee fully, and get the Sirenade tape. And now I need to try and run over here to beat the cycle out, or else we're gonna be waiting for the elevator for quite some time. Run around the upper area around the campfire, or else we'll get another tutorial that we don't want to get because, well, I already know how to use campfires. You walk up to them and press the button to sit at the campfire and heal. Campfires are used for, like, healing when you're away from the main town. So now we are going to learn how to report a monster. This is Dominoth. Dominoth is very important as it is the first of 3 monsters that we're going to record in this run that gives us a special overworld movement ability. Dominoth lets you glide, which you need to access the end of the tutorial and certain areas around the map. Now we're going to switch and use Sonic Boom to just sort of speed this fight along.
Right.
Dominoth's going to use Sprint, so that might outspeed Sirenade? I'm not sure. Yep. Alright. I don't normally see this Dominoth use Sprint. That's interesting. Usually it just spams attacks. Alright, so now Kaylee's going to explain that this is a normal occurrence and
Sorry.
we can now glide. So we're gonna glide on over across this gap. Flick this lever over here, as that will activate a little wind tornado that we can ride up here later to save a decent amount of time when we have to come back through the area. And now, well, this happened. That guy that just flew away is very important to the plot. I won't spoil too much about him. We will see him one more time in this run. But this is a train station. Train stations are sort of like this game's form of like dungeons and whatnot. I'm gonna grab a chest to see if there's an item that I would like to get for a little bit of safety. No guarantees. Did not get it. AP starter is actually pretty decent though. Real quick, I'm going to just say a slight photosensitivity / flashing lights warning for this boss fight. The screen does some interesting things. So this is the first Archangel that we are going to be fighting. In this run, we will only be fighting 2 of them. There's this Archangel Morgante, and then
No.
there's a grand total of 9 other Archangels spread out across the island, and then 1 final one. So this is the fight where we are going to be unlocking the sort of unique battle mechanic to... I say unique battle mechanic to Cassette Beasts. Cassette Beasts has a rather unique battle system to it. But we're going to spam the weaker attacks that we have because we're not really going to be able to deal more than 1 damage to Morgante with each move. I'm not actually sure if you can lose this fight. Also, I just noticed that my Banshee has a uncommon sticker for the move Sharpen. So I should take a look at some point to see what that
I refuse.
additional effect is that Sharpen will have. Is the way stickers work is they have a slight chance to be an uncommon or rare sticker that will pretty much just have at least 1 extra effect in addition to what that move normally does. So Sharpen is a move that I'm going to be using a lot in the boss fight at the end of this run, as it raises the melee attack stat of the monster using it, and that is going to be very important, as the really good move that Banshee gets later sorta is a melee attack. Just trying to keep track. Something fell off with the experience points that I gained from that fight. Hope I didn't have the level scaling settings wrong for that fight. Oh well. Anyway, we're going to just spam our way through this cutscene.
You and I.
Then now we're in the cafe back at the main town, Harbor Town. I'm going to pick up a few items from the person running the cafe that are going to be helpful. I just realized I forgot to do one thing in my menu before doing that. I am going to recycle the olive up for 1,000 wheat, and this will allow me to purchase the Parafusili item. This guy here yelling at the vampire real estate agents is Eugene. He's another one of the companion characters. This is all we're gonna see of him this run. I realized because I got so sidetracked by, hold on, I do want to take a look at what this sharpen does. +1 duration. That is actually really nice. I was explaining uncommon and rare stickers that I completely forgot to explain the big mechanic in that Morgante fight, which is the fusion mechanic. So, once you reach 1 heart on the relationship meter with a companion character, then you can use the fusion mechanic. Pretty much combines both monsters that you have on the field into one stronger monster that combines their appearances, their types, their move pools, and their stats. Fusions can also appear in the wild. We just walked past one, and the leader of the Rangers, Iante, is going to beat up this rogue fusion as sort of a demonstration to the mechanic. Coming up, I'm going to be sending back to Harbor Town both Iante and Meredith, as Meredith is right up ahead. And this is one of my favorite features with the overworld. You can just, like, jump on top of NPCs' heads to... Really, Domino? To reach higher elevations nice and fast. No... Okay, there we go. I am a little bit perplexed right now because I feel like I'm usually level 8 coming out of Morgante. Huh. Okay. Gonna do a little bit more of NPC parkour. Going to get out of Iante's way so that way she doesn't have to jump over my head to leave the building, which slows things down. We're gonna get a Ranger Trainee card. Pretty much, we're not gonna really be using any of that because there are 12 Ranger Captains. You fight all 12 to get stamps. That is a really good item that I just got. Got a Chrome Tape. That is going to be very handy for recording the second of the next 2 monsters that I need to get. Yeah, we're not really gonna do any of the Ranger stuff, but we do need Iante back in the town because we're going to talk to Meredith now, and she's gonna be like, I want to find this record. And Iante just so happens to know where the record is. It is at the mall on the north side of the island. But in order to get there, Iante says that we will need to go along with Meredith as it is dangerous to go alone or something like that. Anyway, now we're going to run back to Meredith's house, give her the letter. She's going to be like, alright, let's go to the mall to find this record. And then we are going to take Meredith along, and Kaylee is going to go back to the cafe to just sort of vibe. And now I'm going to warp back to the Ranger Outpost, and we're going to head on over to Fall Down Mall. I am going to check this chest just in case there's like wrong kind of type tape. So that chest had an Ice IX tape, which is super powerful at recording ice type monsters. I was hoping for either a toaster or superconductive tape, as those are really good at recording fire, or I think it's called lightning in this game. It's either lightning or electric. It's the same thing. And the next 2 monsters that we are going to be recording are Bulletino, which is a fire type, and Boltam, which is a lightning type. As both of these have very crucial overworld abilities. Can you please get over here, Boltam? Okay, this is perfect. So I really wanted to get an encounter that had 2 monsters in it, because each tape has like levels to it. That is the number of stars on the tape. You gain experience points, the number of stars on your tape goes up, so on and so forth. And we need Banshee to get to 3 stars in order to get the move Bite, which is a powerful melee attack that has self-heal, and it is very good against the boss inside the mall. Now I'm going to just beat up the Dominoth, so that way I get all of the experience points from this fight. I probably could have just KO'd the Dominoth with Smack, but okay. The one risk with Battering Ram is Battering Ram does not have perfect accuracy. Not loving the fact that my player character does not have full character HP right now. Where are the Voltams? Do you have a Voltam attached, Bush Eye? No, you don't. Okay. Usually there are Voltams just chilling right here. Like you need a Voltam in order to get to the mall. Do you have? I've never seen this before. I have never seen this stretch of the overworld with 0 Voltams. This is strange. Is there a Voltam up ahead? This is an anomaly. Alright, let's break that rock and go back, see if there are any Voltams over here now. Another Bush Eye. There's one. Holy smokes. I've never run into that before. Okay, so there are 2 Voltams, so I'm gonna try to get rid of one of them before recording the other, because Voltams are fast and strong and have broadcast, which gives it multi-target, meaning it can attack both characters instead of just one. So usually Smack would only be targeting one character, but because they've got broadcast, it's targeting both. Now... let's do the Chrome Tape. This should be a guaranteed record, even if Meredith gets hit, because Banshee's also going to land a hit. Doesn't even need to. Sweet. Voltam is... recording Voltam is easily the scariest part of the run.
Cool.
Because it is just completely possible that if you don't get really lucky and have a Chrome Tape, it's possible that Voltam will just beat you up and all of your tapes will fail and you won't actually be able to record it. Fortunately, that did not happen and we had a Chrome Tape, which is very nice. And recording the Voltam gives the electromagnetism overworld ability, which is a really funny ability, because there are these blue boxes that, when you use the electromagnetism, are pulled towards you. And you can pretty much use that to fly. You can fly really high into the air by doing that. And we don't go to the mountain in this category, but you do go to the mountain on New World, which is the island that we're on, in any percent, and you just sort of don't go up. You don't go up the mountain intended. You just sort of fly up the mountain with the electro blocks. Really funny. But now I'm going to run into the train station before doing the puzzle and whatnot in the mall to get to the boss fight. No, I don't want to travel. But I want this warp point in just in case things go catastrophically wrong in the boss fight. And I'm gonna just be running around the mall in a couple circles to open up the pathway to the boss, to the music store where the record will be. So if the host has anything that they would like to say, now would be a perfect time.
Oh yeah, I do. So, first of all, very important thing. We think, English is great. We had Codebreaker donating $25 earlier saying, can never want too much Lena. And I mean, that's coming up. So, wink, nudge, you will get served. This is actually the next run, if I'm not mistaken. think, yeah, it is. That's awesome. So yeah, this will be coming up rather shortly, depending on how long this one still goes for. We still have a good while, but you know, it's gonna be fun. We'll enjoy. And yeah, that is the importantest thing I had to say right now. Do you want me to keep going, or are you good?
You can keep going for a little bit longer.
Well, that's great, because I wanted to talk to you about the charity that we are currently supporting. We are raising money for the Samaritans. It's a UK-based... sorry, I tried to read too quickly. It's a UK-based suicide prevention charity with a free-to-call helpline for those in crisis. They deal with around 10,000 calls a day, and every call they answer could change a life forever. So, you know, this is a very important thing that we are supporting. We are so thankful we are able to help them help people around them, because, you know, that's fairly important. So yeah, very happy to have them. Back to you.
Alright. One thing that was really important that just happened in that last fight against the monster, our kid, is I was able to get enough experience points from that fight and the two against Bolatino and Bolam to get Bansheep to 3 stars without having to do an extra fight. Sometimes if you don't get a second monster to spawn along with the Bolatino and or Bolam, you won't get enough experience points and you'll end up having to do an extra fight in the mall. And there's some pretty bulky monsters that can show up in this mall. Most notably, Mascatoy and Cassette are both very chunky. I will say in about 20 to 30 seconds, another like flashing lights, eye strain sort of warning. We're coming up to the boss fight at the end of this run.
What? Huh?
Against the Archangel, Nowhere Monarch. So here we go. This fight is... There's a lot of RNG to this fight, whether or not it ends up going very fast or very slowly.
Huh?
Because there is a move that
It's
Nowhere
nothing.
Monarch has called Trick. What Trick does is... Trick will give a random debuff status effect to the target. And there's one that we really want, and that is called Bomb. It pretty much just gives a bomb to the target, and it will explode the next time the monster affected by it misses or does not land a melee attack. And Nowhere Monarch loves to do a little bit of trolling as soon as you throw a bomb back onto him. And the bomb explosion deals like 1/3 of his HP. So, but the first trick did Berserk, which means I can only use damaging moves, which is perfectly fine. That's sort of what I want to be doing at this point, as I still have one more use of Bite before I'll need to use Sharpen again. Range defense down. That's not ideal. I'm gonna play this safe because I have that debuff. I realized that I forgot to explain action points. At least I think I did. So the little orange boxes underneath my HP bar are action points. Moves take a random amount, or not a random, but like each move has a set number of action points that's required to use the move. It works a little bit differently for the Archangels. The Archangels, their action points are purple. Their action points are not depleted anytime they use a move, and when their action point meter fills completely, they will use an ultimate move. In the case of Nowhere Monarch, that is Bon Voyage, which is a fairly powerful, I believe it's fire type ranged move. I honestly don't know because I'm pretty sure only Nowhere Monarch and the final boss of the game can use Bon Voyage. So this fight's actually going really fast for Nowhere Monarch fights that don't have bomb at all, and I think that's because of this sharpen sticker having an extra turn, which is very nice. I think that I should mention now, time will not be immediately after this fight, because there are a couple more cutscenes that are going to play out before the quest is fully finished, and that is not ideal. So, status effect I just got hit by from Trick is called Unitarget. Pretty much what it does is moves that would normally hit all targets can only hit one, and moves that would normally hit one target, the accuracy on the move is dropped. Fortunately, I was able to land bite there. I hope I don't get KO'd by this. Nice. Okay, I should be able to KO on one bite. I forgot that I had Unitarget. So, this is why I got the item from the Cafe de Terre Fusilli, because now I will be able to grab 2 more of my monsters and then use Terre Fusilli to immediately fully charge my fusion meter again, so that way I can just go right back in. And I still... I'll just use Bolam. I still have 1 round of melee attack increase, so... I completely forgot about Unitarget, even though I had just talked about it. I don't know how that happened. That is Nowhere Monarch. That went
We did it.
pretty okay until I lost track of what status effects I was being affected by. Oops. No, there's Bill Cipher. He's going to teleport Nowhere Monarch somewhere else and then leave. Time is going to be coming up in just a moment when I get the achievement for completing Meredith's quest line. So that'll be just a moment.
You're kind of
Time. Looks like that was about a 25, 28, or 29 IGT. That's pretty solid. Especially given the fact that I lost track of the status effect and Boltams were just non-existent. I don't know why. I've never seen that before. But real quick, before I hop off into the intermission before the Lenna's Inception run, I want to give a few quick shout-outs. Shout-outs to the Cassette Beasts community. Bunch of really cool, really creative people, and the speedrun scene for it is... I'm very happy that this game has a very active speedrun scene, because it is just such a cool game. Shoutouts to Indiethon for letting me show this off. This was a lot of fun. Lots of silly things happened in this run, which honestly I am very happy about. Like, I would not have had that run go any other way. Yeah, I think that is going to be all for the Cassette Beasts run. But I will be doing the next run as well, which is Lenna's Inception. So stay tuned for that.
That was basically what I was about to say. You're still watching Indiethon. Please do not go away. We will be moving to intermission so we can set up the next game still ran by Slosh. So, you know, not go anywhere or grab a drink or something. That could be important sometimes. Stay hydrated. But otherwise, do not move. We'll be coming back very soon. Bye!